Alright, this is Murs from the Melancholy Gypsies. MelancholyVibeRemix.com. That's MVRemix.com. Log on, learn something, have a good time, go to sleep, jack off, whatever it is you do. Living legends.
Okay, cool.
Hey, everybody, this is Aesop coming on, alright? Get ready for Aesop. Not Aesop Rock, Aesop the Black Wolf. He's coming. He's coming. Oh yeah! Oh, give it to him!
Oh yeah, buddy, you killing him out with Aesop. No, I'm not gonna do that. Yo, you're chilling with Aesop, the original legend. MV Remix wants you. So check him out.com it out.
www.mvremix.com.
Oh, look at that. Oh, Jesus.
That's cool.
What's that say? You want something to drink?
Alright, you can start asking questions. Are you gonna ask me good questions or bad?
Welcome to
What? Alright, cheers, man. I don't know whether I call them good or bad. They could be interesting. The first one is kind of pertains to what's going on right now.
Okay.
Which is basically, now, no offense meant by it, and I'm in the same sort of situation, but have you grown your beard that length because it's too fucking awkward to trim the shit all the time, or is it an actual decision to grow it a long length?
It's more of a decision not to cut it than it is to grow it.
Is it a religious thing, or is it just
I just decide not to cut it.
alright, good enough reason. Alright, what other genres, if other genres do, influence you?
Punk rock and Frank Sinatra.
What type of punk rock?
I like more poppy punk. My favorite band is Tsunami Bomb from Petaluma, California.
Cool. What's so great about Christina Ricci?
She's hot. She's hot. She used to be nice and thick and very like pale and with black hair. That was really cute. Now she just has to gain a couple more pounds and she'll be alright. Don't tell me you haven't been recording.
Speak up again.
So I'm gonna have to beat you up if you haven't been recording.
This fucking thing is a piece. Let me fucking, yeah. It's recording.
Okay.
It might be better if it is close. Right. Why do you hate girls' boyfriends? Why not the girls for their bad fucking choices?
I think I Hate Your Boyfriend wasn't, it was directed towards the girl.
Okay.
It wasn't directed towards her bad decision, because it doesn't matter. Like, you, most of the time, you don't want to make that girl your girlfriend, or if maybe you do, I don't know. But either way, it's telling her I hate your boyfriend. It's not really I hate your boyfriend, like hate him personally. It's just I hate him, just the idea of him not being me. Not really I hate him specifically. But then some girls turn out to have a boyfriend that actively prevents her from changing her mind or correcting her bad decisions. So that's why I would hate him.
Okay.
But if you don't try to, interfere, you let your girl go if she wants to go, then it was just a statement, nothing personal. Move on.
With having such a wealth of material at such a young age, do you see yourself completing your career as a rapper earlier than most, or do you just want to continually distribute material?
Yes, I see me completing my career basically at the end of this year.
Okay.
And putting out albums, every now and then, but really completing my career this year.
What do you intend to do when this is no longer the forefront of things?
Hang out for a while, because I'm going to work really, really hard this year. And then after that, I want to try to get into childcare.
Okay. What is it that attracts you to childcare?
I don't know, I've always liked kids, and I've always been really good with kids, so I figure why not do something that I like aside from music. And then you can influence their taste in music. When they're little, you can mold them into being good music listeners.
Yeah. How did the deal with Def Jux arise?
I've known L for a while, and we've just been friends, so he thought it'd be a good opportunity for both of us. He wanted to put out one of my albums, something that sounded really good and something that was, marketed well and everything. So he felt that when he felt that he could offer me that, we talked about since there even was a Def Jux, before there was even a real Def Jux. And then when the label got to the point where he thought it could offer me something, then he said, I'm ready to put out the album, so he did it.
Now, Def Jux has its own reputation associated, and your reputation kind of differs from what it has. Do you feel that being on the label, you're gonna get people interpreting your music in a different way and maybe not going towards it as they would with the West Coast stigma you got attached?
I don't think Def Jux has been around long enough to turn people off. I think people are still kind of listening to see what they're going to come with next because it's just developing as a label.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that, this will save people from ever doing that with Def Jux. Like, when they hear my album, they'll say, oh, okay, I can't expect a different kind of rap from Def Jux. I'm not going to only expect this kind of rap. So I hope that to this point they haven't just been expecting one kind of music from Def Jux. But if they have, I don't think it would hurt me because, the word of mouth will still get around like, hey, Def Jux is doing something new. You should check out this album. And then the next album they're releasing after mine is S.A. Smash. And that's way different than anything else. It's a little more my album did a step further. So it's way more normal and just more fun than the average Def Jux record.
Now, you've heard the term, war is not the answer.
Right.
But is it?
What is the answer?
No, but is it?
But is it?
Yeah, do you think that there's a point going on in Iraq, or?
I don't know. It's none of my business, but, I think that if there's always going to be war because there's always been war since the beginning of time. People can't get along. There's no way to make it so. I don't think so. Until we evolve mentally, I guess, and then we'll get to be part of the interstellar fucking coalition with the rest of the aliens. But until that point, we're primitive human beings. I think we just need to fucking... My whole thing is I've always, I never really got into gangbanging or anything like that because it's always fucking... It's more of a pastime, like people that are gangbangers that I know, they go shoot at this guy and then they'll kill one of them and then they'll come back and the other guys will kill one of one of our guys and then they'll go back and kill one of their guys. And this just goes back and forth forever. But me, I'm the kind of motherfucker that if I decide that I'm going to do it, then I'm going to do it full on and I'm just going to kill everybody. So I think, motherfuckers should just nuke whatever your problem is and then deal with it. I don't think a lot of people need to die horrible, painful death. Because there's like cinder blocks falling on 10-year-old boys that have to die, live under that cinder block for 8 hours. I think if there's a quick way to kill everybody, I think that you need to do that. Do it nice, quick, painless. Or as painless as possible. But war, just sending people's fathers over and then bringing them back half fucked up and shit, it sucks.
Yeah.
The coke. What is your name, sir? Sean? Sean. Nice to meet you, sir. You know Corey?
Yeah.
Why was he calling you Busta Rhymes?
Lala Rhymes?
Lala Rhymes?
Because, some stupid... He thinks he's funny, right?
Yeah, he thinks he's a funny fucker.
Doesn't he think he's funny?
You should kick his ass.
I'm thinking I'm waiting until after the show to have one. I need him to perform tonight.
Hey, kick his ass before the show because of the whole process.
Yeah. Then he won't suck his bad if you do that.
Aside from promoting the album and touring, what else have you got in the works, sort of guest appearances that have been recorded, and what else are you working on?
I don't like to say my guest appearances because then people try to like jump on your wagon.
Okay.
But there's a couple artists that I've been there's 3, and I got one more that hopefully I'll put on the Def Jux EP if I do it, and then there's one more which would be E40. I tell everybody that.
Nice.
But there's one more in between there. I had a list like before I even met Shock and Humpty. I had them written down for a song. So there's one more I need to do. Hopefully for the remix EP. I don't know what that's gonna be like. Hopefully I'm gonna do a song for A$AP Rock's new album called Bazooka Tooth. Then I'm gonna work on the 3MG album, which should be out in September, which has been like 10 years in the making, so it should be really good, hopefully. Then I'm finished. I want to do an album with Jean Grey sometime.
A friend of mine actually, I was talking to a couple of people about what they thought I should ask, and he said you continued to joke over a period of about 4 or 5 days with him about how you wanted to marry her and about how you called her up on your cell phone or whatever and proposed to her. What's the status with that?
I proposed to her, she said yes, and we were gonna get married for a day. We were engaged, and then I had to call it off. But
fucked up.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry.
It was a bad decision, definitely on my part.
Fucked up. Oh, sorry.
But I'm living with it. Maybe it wasn't, I don't know. But right now it seems like it wasn't the best idea to say, call it off. But I have to live with it. But I still want to make an album with her. And hopefully that'll happen. And then me and PSD have a group called the Underbosses. And one day, I think over the years of us traveling to our second home, Australia, we'll get it done. And that'll come out one day.
So, I've never heard of Murs. I've never heard of any of your material. Sell me End of the Beginning.
Sell you the End of the Beginning. Man, I'm getting so lazy. I used to do that all the time. I'm really getting lazy to the point where I'm like, I would tell you like this. I'm just as good as a rapper as 50 Cent. I don't know if the beats are as good because I don't make the beats. But the beats are decent. And what I'm saying, you can relate to more than any rap you've ever heard in your life. And if you don't believe that, here's my email address and I'll send you your money back if you don't agree.
How do you think Living Legends would have progressed if the Raucous still would have come through? With the fact that Raucous is now, well, nowhere near what they were.
If it would have came through and Rockets still would have fell off?
Yeah.
I think we would have got picked up by another label probably because we would have already been in the industry. And wherever that A&R went to, because that's all they do. They don't, A&Rs don't die, they just move around. So I think we probably would have, whoever picked us up would have moved us to their new label. And I don't know, I think it probably would have been good for us. I think anything would have been good for us. Anything that happens to us is good for us, especially when it has to deal with the industry. If we beat up somebody from one label or they try to sign us, it all adds to the buzz and another person's heard about us. So that's because, the kids, our street buzz is so great, and it's such our word of mouth is such a well-oiled machine that it keeps working and working. We just can't seem to get these industry motherfuckers to recognize that we have something going on because they just don't respect it. I don't know.
Is it a better or worse thing, do you think, that the people in the industry don't recognize it? Because with the independent scene, basically the profits are higher, in theory.
Yeah. I think it'd be better for Living Legends to get signed because then it would put all of our independent careers on a grander scale. Like nobody in Sunspot has an album coming out on Battle Axe. He did just a one album deal. My album with Def Jam is just a one album deal, because none of us ever want to be owned, but we're willing to let Living Legends be owned by Sony or something so that it could put the music out there like everywhere, and then we could all increase our independent profits. So the plan was never to give up. I see what you're saying, so we would never give up the independent because it is a good profit, it is a decent living, but we would like to boost it because right now it's still I probably make as much money as Talib Kweli, and that's not a lot of money,
But still you have to work about 3 times.
I work so much harder than he does, not to shit on him or anything, but it's the truth, so I would like to switch it around,
Definitely. Now, are there any last words or comments you'd like to put your fans or potential fans that are going to be reading this?
Maybe if I do a show in Montana, come to it. If I do a show in Seattle, come to it, because I don't know when the next time I'll be back in Canada is. But we will be touring from May 15th to June 24th, Murs, PSC, and Brother Ali. I think that's about it, man. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and have fun before they blow.